Day 12 on the Maricopa Trail. Woo! Oh my God, I slept like a rock. It was so nice. I love sleeping in washes. They are so soft and accommodating. It's like memory foam mattress, but sand and pebbles. Okay, almost like memory foam. At any rate, it's about 6:45 and we are on the move. We're heading to Usery Mountain Regional Park, and hopefully from there we'll be able to score ourselves a ride back to Granite Reef where we got off the loop, since we will have completed the Maricopa Trail portion of the trail. There's already been a bunch of bicyclists going by, so hopefully we can find somebody in the parking lot to leave our 2.5 gallon water container with, like we did at oh my gosh, I forgot what it was called now, that trailhead with the shut up bathroom. It's early. I've only had one coffee. We'll probably have a second coffee at the park. They have a nature center there too, so looking forward to checking it out. I'm sorry, I'm rude, I'm eating, but I just want to say success. We found a gentleman who said he'd be happy to take the giant water bucket for us, since we have, I think there might be a trash can at the trailhead like a mile down the road, but I don't remember and I'm not sure. So, I mean, it's nice to get someone to just help you with that. So he's taking it for us, which is great. What I really love about the fact that we stayed here last night is we're not walking out of here either having wasted a bunch of water or carrying 4 liters, you know. I'm carrying 2 liters right now. Back feels pretty light, feels good. So anyway, we just crossed Usery Pass Road. Now when you come to the road on the Maricopa Trail, the official route wants you to walk down this hill, like up to maybe, I don't know, a half mile, a mile, just to cross the road, because it says that's where the safe space is. Holy crap, it's not that hard. What it does mean is that we can't get to the Maricopa Trail because there's a fence, but you know, if we only have to walk on this side of the shoulder, it's a wide shoulder, we've walked on way worse, down to the next trailhead where the trail cuts off the road. Who cares about walking like a bunch of time in the wrong way just to cross the road and then walk back up a hill? No. Thank you, but no thank you. So this cut's probably a mile off, but to me, that's just a thankless mile. That's just silly. Anyway, we're almost to the top of the pass, and then it'll be wee down the hill to the park.
Same here.
All right, we are at the Bulldog Trailhead, which is about less than a mile away from the Usery Pass Trailhead. Look at this. Look at this. This is busy. Busy, busy, busy. We've seen horses. We've seen bicyclists. We even saw 2 backpackers we'll probably be catching up with here in a little minute, as they had pretty big packs. At any rate, very popular. It's Sunday, so I expect to see a lot of people on the trail, especially bikes. So we'll have to keep our eyes out for that. But at any rate, we should be in the park in, I think, like less than 2 miles. And then we'll get to our first stop. There's a water stop and a bathroom. About 4 miles, and the nature center's in about, I think, 6 miles. So no big. And then from there, we're gonna try and find a ride back to Granite Reef, because once we get to the nature center, we will have completed the Usery Mountain Regional Park part of the Maricopa Trail, and there is no route back to the loop other than the fish hook. So we can either take the loop back that I made, but at this point, with the heat being what it is, and in the interest of conserving time and energy, we're gonna try and catch a ride. Well, I wish I could show you, but he patoomed away. A mountain biker coming down this down, well, it's a minor downhill, but I'm sure mountain bikers enjoyed it anyway, actually stopped for us and told us to continue, We had pulled over for him and everything. What? That is the first time that has happened on this trail. The first time I remember it happening in, who knows how long, frankly, but hell yeah, that's what's up. That's theoretically how it should be, not having the expectation that hikers are gonna move over just because you ching ching your little bell. But thanks, unknown dude. Thanks for giving us hope that not all mountain bikers are entitled assholes out here. Yeah, it is gonna be really, really hot today. Oh my God, it's not even 8 o'clock yet. I'm already sweating balls. Oh, but beautiful. This is a nice trail. Hopefully there's not a ton of uphill today, other than what we're doing right now. This isn't that impactful, it's not horrible. But yeah, climbing, full sun, hot temperatures, no shade, no breeze. Myrrh. Hopefully we don't have too much of that today. Hey, one of the things I do like about this trail a lot is that they like to bring you up in elevation, at least off the ground enough to be able to get really great views around when you're in higher points, but not killing you by dragging you all the way up to the tops of things. I'm assuming that that's because this trail was sort of routed or designed with bicyclists in mind, and so they needed to come up with trail options that the average mountain bicyclist could do fairly easy. I mean, like a bicyclist that is so maybe basic or amateur or new that they basically route you a mile out of the way to have you go the wrong way down a street so you can cross safely. I mean, that's just so ridiculous to me. Like, if you can't get your bicycle across Usery Pass Road in a couple of seconds and avoid getting squished by a car, even if the car is speeding, you might want to rethink your choice of recreation hobbies, because it doesn't seem like it's that hard. Ooh, meet Brat. Meet. Hello. Hi. Oh, I hope I'm pointing at this. The sun's on my screen. I can't see anything, but they are so cute. Give me a baby. I want to take you home. All right, a little breeze finally kicked up, making this less brutal. Appreciate that. Nice views up here. Hooray! Hey, we're at a nice high point here. You have a great view of the valley. You can see the whole Phoenix Valley to the west of us. And apparently we are in the Usery Mountain Regional Park. There was no sign. We did just cross or pass through a fence not too long ago. So I'm guessing that was probably the boundary to the park, but there wasn't any notice or anything. But whatever. Anyway, we met some nice people at the top, and they told us that the nature center is, they pointed it out to us. I mean, told us how to get there, and then we told them, we're doing the trail, and so we have to get there the way the trail says to get there. But we can see it from here, so that's great, because that means that we're going back down the hill. And then, well, obviously, we have to go back down there, and then hopefully, I'm hoping for this so hard that we will catch a ride back to Granite Reef, and then continue forward from there. Although logistically, that's also a pain in the ass, because once we get back to the loop, then it proceeds like the just long march through city and town. So no place legally to stay. When I planned this trip originally, I planned one evening in a hotel or motel, because there was simply no way around it. Just the mileage. So, I mean, that's unfortunate, because we can't really afford to do stuff like that. We're not rich hikers, we're just hikers. So trying to spend as little as possible on doing this trail. But, so I'm not sure now, because I think what we're going to do is skip. We're going to hold off on the Santan Spurt, because it's a 22 mile through town walk. just to get to Santan Park and hike like an 8-mile figure eight around the park. So, and then 22 miles back to the loop. But that 22 miles is almost entirely within city limits with no place legally to sleep. So that's a problem at least 2.5 days. I mean, like, maybe get the 22 miles to, but I mean, like, the 22 miles off the loop, that 22 miles, you know, starts in town. It's just a pain. So we're thinking maybe to skip the Santan part and then come back and do it at the end with the van, so that we have a way to, you know, stop inconveniencing Nightcrawler's family by having them pick us up all the time and all over the place, and then not having to worry about walking a needless extra 22 miles to get back to town in the loop, and then again have no place to sleep. So at any rate, I'm just talking. We'll see how it goes. When we drove through here to drop the caches of water, I saw basically just the last edge of that thing over on the mountain there. I was like, what is that white mess up there? But now that we're up a little higher and around the mountain level, we can see it more. And I actually saw this on the map. It says Phoenix, and there's an arrow pointing to, surprise, it's Phoenix. That's pretty funny. This is a busy trail this morning. There's a lot of people out here, but it is Sunday. It's nice. It's supposed to be roasting hot again this afternoon, so I'm imagining it's morning crowds of people out trying to get their swerve on before they get their sweat on. One other thing I really like about this trail is that there's like lots of little like uphills and downhills. It kind of feels like fun, like Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. I don't care for the back and forth so much. That's definitely just for the mountain bicyclists. I imagine even horse people probably get irritated with that after a while. But the little ups and downs, like yesterday, the climb was, you know, there was an overall climb on the day, but there were enough little downhills like this where you can just like wee all over the place, like the little piggy in the Geico commercial. So wee! I'm just missing a pinwheel. I could stick one to the end of my sticks, I guess. I don't know. But there's enough of these to like make the overall, I mean, right now we're going overall down, so because we're going down to the nature center in the main part of the park. But yesterday when we were mainly going up, it was the same thing. There's just like little ups and then little downs, but it never felt like too much. So that was nice. Good morning, Valley. Man, wait, where are we again? Oh yeah, we're in Phoenix. This mountain is amazing looking. It's got like this rock layer in it, all covered with lichen, really beautiful. Unfortunately, you can't see it right now because of the sun. We saw it last evening. Oh, looks like maybe we're at that first trailhead. Woohoo! Well, that's nice. I figured we saw a guy was running with a couple dogs. We saw him sort of peel off to the side. I didn't even see a trail junction, but that's clearly the more main route to the nature center, because since that, we haven't seen anybody. Before that, we were seeing somebody like every couple of seconds, it seemed like. Yep, I guess this is the trailhead down here. Woohoo! Oh, look at that fancy looking bathroom. At any rate, yeah, I don't know what that mountain is called, but it's beautiful. Unfortunately, we should have taken pictures of it yesterday. I should have taken pictures of it yesterday because you cannot appreciate it in all its glory with this current light situation we got here. All right, we made it to the Wind Cave Trailhead in Usery Mountain Regional Park. Apparently this is a popular hopping off spot for people to climb Wind Cave Trail and up the Pass Mountain. I think we're gonna stop in and use the facilities here, make our way to the nature center. I gave that little meat rat a goldfish, and now that bird is trying to take it from him. Oh, well, the bird found something else. That's a mistake. But the little meat rat, he like chipped at me and then ran and like jumped onto a rock. I threw another goldfish out there, but he just came to the second one, and now this bird's trying to take it from him. How rude. I can't call birds. The meat brat will come back, I think, but this bird probably won't. We're at a picnic ramada, and so, you know, the rodents and wildlife around these areas tend to expect to find food and crumbs and stuff. Although this place is really clean. There's bins and, you know, barbecue and everything. We're like barely in the shade because the sun's still so low. But I'm trying to convince this meat brat that, like, he wants to come home with us because they're adorable. Petchoum. Haha. Ooh, pretzel. I can hide that one so much better. It's not unnaturally orange. It just goes to show you folks, avoid unnaturally orange things in your life. Anyway, so we just had a brief little stop here at the White Cave trailhead. Other than the bathroom and the water, there's not really a whole lot going on here, and the trail itself continues forward to the nature center. So, interestingly enough, though, from here, it actually dips back into the Tonto National Forest for a little less than a mile, and before coming back into Usery Mountain. So, we're gonna find our way to that, and then get ourselves to the nature center, because that's where we're hoping to find a ride back to Granite Reef. We can eat there, tank up on water, all that stuff. Try to be charming. So at one point I was toying with the idea of making this a stop to stay overnight and sleep, not at Usery Mountain, not at the regional park, which is right there where all the cars are. We just passed a fence, like literally right off the parking lot of the Wind Cave trailhead is a fence, and you dip back into the Tonto National Forest. So if you're budget minded and you're trying to do this trail, an option would be to dip into White Cave, get your water. There's a toilet there with, it's a full bathroom actually, running water. I got to wash my hands with soap. I'm so excited. That always makes me feel so happy. And then just come out here and flop in the desert on the Tonto National Forest, is the Mesa Ranger District, for free. So, I mean, which is what we would have done if we had stayed here. And we just stayed on the Tonto last evening for free in a wash by the Usery Mountain trailhead, which was actually delightful. That wash was, I'll probably have dreams about that wash when I'm posted up in some shittier campsites. I'll be dreaming back to that. Remember that one awesome wash I slept in like a damn hobo? This is such a weird life, man. It really is. All right. So now that we're on this side of the hill, there's a pretty decent breeze. It's a nice morning. I appreciate the breeze so much because we're in another entirely shadeless situation. And hopefully it'll carry back over to where we were by Granite Reef, because once we get back there, we're looking forward to another several miles walking along a canal. If you remember the video from the other day, we walked the canal towards Granite Reef, the more northerly canal. Man, it was completely open and exposed with zero shade the entire time. Oh, okay. Well, we gotta, not sure if we're supposed to go here or not. There's no signs. Completely unhelpful. All right. Well, I'll give them a pass. The Maricopa Trail, for the most part, has been really good about signage, but when they fail spectacularly. They do it out in the middle of nowhere places, like twice yesterday. All right, so from that trail junction, we dip back out of the Tonto and back into Usery Mountain Regional Park. It said what the name of this trailhead was. Had a little sign back there, but I already forgot. But I'm sure I will have taken a picture of it. Oh, looks like they bring us right up into the campground area or something. I don't know. Oh, hey, giant drinking fountain. These Maricopa County parks are so nice, I gotta say. All right, here's a tiny little Maricopa Trail sticker. Let's see where we at. Another very busy trailhead here in Usery Mountain Regional Park. Now that I think about it, I think maybe this is not a campground. I think maybe those are camp hosts or park hosts right there. At any rate, we're looking for the Blevins Trail to get us around. Oh, here it is. Get us around to the nature center. That's funny. They have porta-johns at the end of this. But I mean, like, why would you use that when there's like a full bathroom with running water right there? Well, somebody's actually popping out of one. I guess it's because you're lazy, frankly. I would walk the extra mile to go to a real bathroom as opposed to going into one of those stankin' things in this heat. It cannot be very nice in there. Look how tenacious this cactus is. He's like, huh? Oh, thought I was gonna die, did you? Nope. I'm still gonna face more or less southerly towards the sun. Those compass barrels or those barrel cacti typically will tilt towards the south. So some people call them a compass barrel cactus because of that feature of theirs. I guess it's helpful if you're lost in the desert. It could come in handy. This park has a little gym area. How cool is this? You just come around, do your little circuit, do your exercises. Wow. And it's all like nice and clean too. That's impressive. These parks are just so nice, I swear. These tall, oh my gosh. These are some of the taller choyas I've ever seen. Oh, geez. Like typically, you know, it's bad enough to have to watch out for them on the ground, but like worrying about choya falling on your head from above. No thanks. Look at this. Crazy. This is cool though. Here we go. Is this our trail? I don't know. Okay, so now it's a little confusing in the park because they don't have the Maricopa Trail signs done particularly well. It says on like the main county maps that the Moonrock Trail is included in this trail. We just ran into the two ladies that had the backpacks that we saw at the Bulldog Trailhead. And they came out and did this Moonrock thing. They said they did the whole loop. Didn't find a spur to go out to the visitor center, but the map clearly says that you're supposed to do the Moonrock Trail. Gaia doesn't have the Lost Sheep Trail on it, which is, you know, where we're supposed to peel off to go to the nature center. So now we're all four just kind of wandering through the desert together. So if we die, we're not dying alone. All right, so we made it to the nature center, the visitor center of the Usery Mountain Regional Park. Woo, it is toasty. This is a nice park. We met a couple of other backpackers that are gonna help us out and get us back to Granite Reef Recreation Area, which is pretty much right where we got off the loop, saving us a ton of bonus miles and time. We are back at Granite Reef Recreation Area. We lucked out so hard, dudes. Like, we ran into Robin and Valerie, the ladies they're section hiking the Maricopa Trail, but we thought they were out backpacking because they had full packs. They're out training. So they have a couple of bigger backpack trips planned, and they've been going out and basically doing the Maricopa Trail a little bit every week. And so they were not finding the nature center, the visitor center. So we happened along, and between the four of us, we figured it out. And it turned out that they had one car parked basically where we slept this last night, and the other car parked at the Usery Mountain Nature Center. So they gave us a ride back to Granite Reef. We didn't even have to dick around with trying to find a hitch with our stinky asses. This is amazing. So this is fan. It was like not even 11 o'clock yet. we're back like to not that far to get back to the loop. So I'm super stoked about this. At any rate though, in the meantime, we're gonna hang out here for a little bit and refresh ourselves before heading back to the loop and seeing what's up. All right, it's like almost 12:30 and we are finally departing the Granite Reef recreation area. We sat down. I was actually gonna throw away some food that I knew. We're gonna be in a store now in like 10 miles. And so I thought, well, you know, I don't need to carry all this food. I know I'm not gonna eat. So I was gonna throw it away, but ran into a gentleman who's currently down on his chips a little bit. He's homeless and his name was Gustav and he was very nice and he needed food. So problem solved. And that's a relief because now I'm carrying a lot less weight in food, but a lot more weight in water. So now we're gonna make our way back to the loop, which luckily, because of the grace of Robin and Valerie, who gave us a lift back here, is not that far. And then we're gonna head back in, now on the loop goes into Mesa. So tonight it looks like we'll be staying in a room. So we're just gonna try and get in as many miles as we can because tomorrow's gonna be a problem for sleeping as well. It'll leave us over by South Mountain Preserve, but that's all like right in Phoenix. So there's a Catholic church. Probably gonna give them a call and see if we can just pitch our tents there tomorrow night in the back at this Catholic church right before South Mountain Preserve and crossing, I think, is the 202. And when you start getting into the ritzy neighborhoods where you know for sure, more likely than not, nobody's gonna let us pitch in their backyard. And they'd probably call the cops on us. So in the meantime, let's see how far we can get today. We need to get to a store. We need some items. He needs some stuff for his feet. And I have a hole in my sock now, but he used all my duct tape yesterday, so I can't fix it. I fixed it with Band-Aids for now, so hopefully that'll hold up at least the 10 miles until we can get to the stores and get resupplied a little bit. Off we go. Isn't this nice in here? It's a really pretty little forest. Hot as shit. Hot as shit. Anyway, so we're about to jump back to this loop, walk several miles along a canal with no cover or shade. So, you know, since it's not technical walking, it's flat walking, I decided to just bust out the umbrella. I'll wrestle with it hands-free when I'm doing this. But oh my God, the nice part is I can take that sweatshirt off because it is so much cooler. There's a breeze right now. I will definitely be resting this umbrella, but I'm gonna take it. This is way more comfortable. Yay, umbrella. All right, we are back on the loop. Yay. This cute little pen house. Also another awesome development that has occurred since we might be drinking some of this canal water before we get to town. It's like almost 10 miles to the store. So we took water out of Granite Reef to get all the way there. But, oh shit, the wind's kicking up a little bit. But yeah, the wind's kicking up a little bit. So that's actually a positive development. And the overcast. Yes. Thank you. Well, this is quite nice out here. I didn't look up the name of this canal, but it's different from the one we walked out to Granite Reef. Was over on that side. I remember seeing like something about spillways, but I think that one over there was just the straight Arizona Canal. I'm not sure which one this is, but I don't know, other than the incessant air traffic, it's nice and peaceful. It almost reminds me of like, I don't know, like a lazy river. Like you could see people tubing down this or kayaking. And the water's, it's either not that deep or it's pretty clear. Because I feel like I can see the bottom of this channel. But I don't know, maybe it's low. But not too bad. Nice, flat, walking with my own shade. we are officially past where I had figured we would sleep tonight on like a little chunk of Bureau of Reclamation land here next to this canal. That seemed like the safest spot, not trespassing into the Salt River Pima community, and basically trying to stay as low profile and out of trouble as possible. And this would have been fine, I think, but it's like not even 1 o'clock in the afternoon yet, and we got to skip pretty much like half the day of walking by getting a lift back to Granite Reef. So we're carrying forward, which makes me happy because the more we can cut off this itinerary, the better it is for us, because it's just too hot out here. So hey, the more miles the merrier. There are just some beautiful Palo Verde in bloom along the side of this canal. Look at all these yellow blossoms everywhere. They don't really smell like much of anything, but they sure do brighten up the desert. You're walking along the canal here. The canal seems like maybe it's low. I mean, the concrete part goes up a lot, but you can see there's this tracks, wild horses or burros out here, like right on the edge. It's like, I'm so thirsty. But they're smart enough, theoretically, to like not ploop themselves into the water. But oh my gosh, that must be so frustrating. You're an animal and you're like, oh, there's all the life-saving water I need, but it's way down there. So I guess I'll just die. I don't know. What do they do? They go, I mean, we took all their water. Like all of the natural water out here has pretty much just been commandeered to slate the thirsty people of the Phoenix metropolitan area. And out there's probably little bits here and there of the Salt River still popping up in the water table, the aquifer, whatever. But yeah, poor ponies. Oh, look at this. We got our own little Arizona version of the bridges of Madison County or something. It's actually quite a nice picture. I like all the different colors. This is some of the best graffiti I've ever seen. I agree with every word of it. There are some giant carp in here, or catfish or something. Oh my god, and they're just kind of like swaying around right in front of this bridge. It's much deeper on this side of the canal than on that side, and I don't even know what this is, this sort of weird thing. It's where the graffiti was, and apparently a burnt trash pile, so that's crazy. But let's see if we can get a better look at this fish. Oop, try to not blow away. I'm climbing a wall. Oh my god, they're huge.
You scared the fish with your umbrella.
That's crazy. Sorry, fish. But oh, they're coming back. There's like these dark shadows. Crazy. Got first of all, there's a duck there, and what looks like either a heron or an egret hanging out. There's kind of a weird spot to hang out. I wonder who he's up to. This is kind of cool. Hey, look at, he's just like, I'm not here. Don't pay any attention to me. And then this guy, ooh, wish I could get closer. Oh, hello, I think it's a great blue heron. Hello. How beautiful. And then I wish I was in that right now, even though it is green and kind of icky looking. We don't need no stinking horseshoe bend. We got our own. Is this not iconic? Come on, does this not entertain you? All right, we are approaching the 202 loop, which is exciting because I'm hoping that we cross under it, which means there's a bridge with shade, because we haven't seen a lick of that since we left that cute little forest, or that sweet little forest right outside of Granite Reef Recreation Area. And we're about almost 4.5 miles in. Certainly be over 4.5 miles by the time we get to that bridge. And we have not really stopped or taken a break or anything because there's no shade out here. And it's the sun's high, so none of the trees are really casting much of any shade. So this will be nice. Do some water transferring, drink some electrolytes, eat a little something, because it is virtually impossible to eat and wrestle this umbrella at the same time. So, woohoo! And then shortly after that, I can't remember exactly how far it is, but we should be getting to a store reasonably soon, which is fantastic. We each need to get some stuff to continue on, especially Nightcrawler with the first aid supplies. I know exactly what we have going on here. Something. But you rented this? Like, that's an incredibly niche area of the market, no? Like, pumping your canals? It's probably not for the average person. This contraption. Ooh. If I just stand under here long enough, maybe someone will come along and make it rain. It does say drain daily. I feel bad. I think my umbrella scares the wildlife, but it's keeping me from dying. So the wildlife will get over it. Look at this. Look at all that shade under there. Yeah, I wish we could just like pop out on a raft and just float around under the bridge. Although we would most certainly be eating swallow poop, I'm sure, because I imagine there's a ton of swallows under that bridge. But yay! Well, this is actually nice and shady here too. It's just we've gone 5 miles now from Granite Reef, so altogether it's like almost 13 miles on the day. Hello. Whew. Well, this has been a nice reprieve. It's gonna be sad to say goodbye to our bridge because, bam, just a shitload more miles than this. But I got this. All right, we're continuing on the South Canal. We're in Mesa, or on the outskirts of Mesa right now. There's a beautiful, beautiful open pit mining operation going there. I'm back at the gate. There's a porta-john. Not sure who that was meant for, but I guess it's nice to know that it's there. I mean, you are in view of some pretty nice houses up on the hill. They certainly do not want to watch you do your business on the side of the canal like dirty, dirty hiker trash. And finally saw a very, very tiny Maricopa Trail, Sun Circle Trail sticker. So we're on the part of the Maricopa Trail that coincides with the Sun Circle Trail as well. Finally some cloud cover a little bit. Oh my goodness, not a moment too soon. Because I swear as soon as we passed under that bridge, the temperature shot up like 20, 25 degrees. It is way hotter on this side of the 202 than it was on the other. This giant, well, it's probably not giant by mining standards, but it looks pretty giant and, gross. And there's houses like right on the other side of it, all around it. Like, that is crazy. It doesn't smell good out here. I just got a whiff of something that smells chemical and not pleasant. I mean, look at that green goo or whatever that is down in that pool. And this whole thing, there are signs all over here. This isn't the canal, like danger, do not enter. But hey, build your single family home right across the street from it. Have an excellent view of, the cancer-causing agents and processes that will probably make yours and your children's lives incredibly, incredibly bad. Yikes. Oh yeah, Yeah, check this out. So you got your bits. Oop. Got your trash pile. Your danger, do not enter. And then that's it, a block wall and neighborhood. That's just amazing to me. And the houses go all the way around this thing. Can't even imagine. You can see here sort of like the expansion of this area. That's all newer construction. It's not brand new. Most of those houses are occupied with like established like landscaping and everything. There's Mount McDowell that we have been looking at for most of the last 2 days. But over here we have a more well-established neighborhood. And holy crap, this guy's got a lot of house. But, and that guy over there, they, you know, bigger places, actual yards. And the place we just passed by that was like right up next to the mine. Holy crap, look at that thing over there. Was, you know, the houses were large and everything. And, oh my gosh, wow, hello. I guess we're in like the good part of town. I have no idea. But it's still like these houses are so close together. But the ones in the last ones, it was just like these houses almost that size, but like within 6-10 feet of each other. It is insane. I wonder if these people like to think of themselves as like, oh, kind of like I live on the Riviera, or like I live on the river. It kind of looks like you have a nice view of the canal. I wouldn't mind having a view of the canal. There's all kinds of cool wildlife, like all kinds of birds and whatnot. We've seen a ton. Not to mention those giant scary fish, but there wouldn't be any of those around here. I just kind of dig that. I like the colors, but I also like it that they're sort of inviting themselves to enjoy their canal front or canal backed property, as it were. Is it an otter? What is that? It's got little stubby legs for this big tail. Look at that crazy bird. What are you? A water bird. Oh my goodness. He's a little cutie. He's got his little nose up in the air. That's very cute. Okay, so there's no signage once we popped back out onto the road from South Canal. There's a McDowell Road, and then I can't remember the name of the other road. But we're still kind of along the South Canal. We break off from it soon though, so I was trying to keep an eye on. And there's no signage. Ooh, wow, check this out. I would like to be on that. Look at that wee. Wee! So much wee. And there's people down here at the bottom. I think they're fishing. I'm not sure. Just hanging out, maybe? I don't know. I ask. You'll bet there's a high velocity, dangerous undertow. Yee! Still looks fun. We found this cute little duck couple. There's the boy and this pretty little girl. So I threw a couple goldfish out there and she came swimming right over. He seemed a little more standoffish. They're going against the grain here. So he's having to work to just stay put. But hey, hurry. There, they're coming right for you. They're coming right for you. Get him. Get him. Yay! Nom, nom, nom. Nom, 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 nom. Nom, 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 nom. Oh, well, you are darling. I hope you have a good rest of your day. You are bold, and so you earned some little goldfish. But, you know, you did kick in place for quite a while. He just didn't seem interested in my goldfish. I think it's amazing how little stuff is like floating or, you know, on this water. We've been walking miles. We've been walking past Palo Verde. I mean, like, look at all those Palo Verde blooms. It's not like they stay on those trees forever. They fall down. You can actually see a puddle of them up on the ground up there. I don't imagine. I mean, it's windy. They probably blow into the canal. Well, where do they go? There's like virtually nothing. You don't see like floating logs or anything in this thing. It's amazing how clean it looks from the top. Alright, so we passed under another road with a bridge, tunnel, some shade. Oh, because it looks like the sun's back. Damn it. I'm going to get my umbrella back out, maybe. But we sat under there for a minute. Oh, there's some free-range chickens down there. That's awesome. We're just making our way to a Fry's now, and I believe from there we're gonna go ahead and stuff from here. It's 2 miles to a Fry's. There's a Chipotle. He's very excited about that, and I think we're gonna have to get a cab from there to the hotel and call it for the day because he's a hot mess. He can barely walk. Poor thing. He's just suffering out here. It's not fun. It's not fun for him. It's not fun for me to watch, and it's hella slow. So hopefully, shorter day, early night. We sleep in, rest up. Hopefully tomorrow I'll go a little faster, a little easier. Okay, yay! Oh, thank goodness the clouds have got together and conspired to make our lives a little less uncomfortable today. Thank you, sweet baby Jesus. We're about, we can see the road. That's where we're getting off for today. McKillop Road, something like that. It's a weird name. It's like mix something, but mix something weird, like I never heard it before. Anyway, we're gonna get off there and then peel off to the Chipotle and Fry's, see about catching an Uber or a cab or something to go find a place to flop for the evening. We're in town. There's really like no place we can safely or legally squat in town right now. And since, we're trying to do this hike legitimately and all above board, that definitely throws a wrench in things because, frankly, I'd camp right there. That'd probably piss them off if they knew, but they probably wouldn't even know. But those fine folks might. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to get a room. And the way this trail is set up currently, it's not easy to do without having to spend a lot of extra money for things like lodging. If you want to camp in the campgrounds, the Maricopa County parks are super, super nice. And I can totally see like camping at them, maybe like one night, especially Lake Pleasant. That was a really nice one, the campsites. But otherwise, it's like, you're looking at $25, $30 a pop. That's prohibitively expensive for people like us. We're like dirt bags, right? Like my current income per month is around $130. So, and it's not like we can really afford to be getting campsites or getting rooms all the time. I had intended to get this room. We were supposed to get it the following day, but he needs help, man. We need to get him off his feet and get him rested because we're lucky with the clouds today, but another day like this where we're barely going 2 miles per hour is gonna get us both killed. So hopefully a little R&R, good night's sleep in a bed, hot shower. My hands are so nasty. I can't wait to wash them. Things will be looking better tomorrow. And we're back. Didn't take but a second to get off that canal trail. Back to the sounds of, the metropolitan area surrounding the 5th largest city in these here United States. This isn't even one of the most major roads around. As far as I know, I never heard of it. I'm not from here though, so what do I know? Good grief. At any rate, I see, that's the CVS, and then we got fries and Chipotle. It's not that far. We're almost there.